Fighting Talk back again, and today I'm delighted to say I'm joined by Rich Kiley. Rich, we're back on this Dublin Crowd. Hey.
By who?
Rich Kiley, by the face of Bellator, Rich Kiley. Rich, we're relatively sort of short notice fight. It was only a couple of weeks out.
Yep.
Can you tell us a bit about how that came about? Were you not initially wanting to be on this card, or was it?
Yeah, I did. Look, we did. I was offered a fight in the early stages. I wasn't cleared to fight at that time. Then when it came looking like I would be cleared, I was asking for the fight, and there wasn't one forthcoming. I was pissed off. I was like, what's going on? And then now how things have changed. You know, like a couple of fights. It's very sad to see Peter and James get off the card. You know, but you know that's a big loss to the card. But Bellator needed a name to pick it up. Like, I'm delighted for Leah. Like, Leah's, you know, I'm invested in that fight. You know, and I'm invested in her story, and I think she's going to do well. But they also needed a bit of razzmatazz.
You're facing George Hardwick as well at £180. Is the reason for that weight just due to the sort of timing?
Yeah, I just think it was the timing. If we had a push it, we could have made 77. What's the point? I'm not going on my way to make 77 in 3 weeks. So I was told it's either 77 or 84, so I said, look, I'll take an 84 kg. Then I came back 180, I was there, yeah, no problem. So that's it. So
when I spoke to George as well, obviously George doesn't really cut weight to get to welter, so there had been a few people saying that you might be too big for him in there. George doesn't think that'll play a part. Do you think that might play a factor?
No, it's not. I don't think it's. This isn't going to be none of our styles aren't attribute driven. We're not predicated on brute force and ignorance. You know, he's a technical fighter. I'm a technical fighter. Now I'm lightning fast and I'm explosive. But I don't rely on size. Like, I'm not going to bloody start wrestling him or hugging him, or, you know, not going to take the Terence Brazier approach and spoil and spoon. So no, it's not going to be a factor. The factor isn't just going to be knock him out. That's going to be a factor. But yes, the size difference. I don't think it's going to be an issue for him either. I think it's.
What sort of fight are you expecting from George?
He's a solid. He's solid. He actually seems like a decent guy. So I've no animosity towards him. He seems like a nice guy, and he's deserving of the opportunity to fight in Bellator. And I think he's going to do very well in Bellator. But what do I think of him as a fighter? Is that what the question was?
What sort of fight are you expecting from him?
He's well rounded. He's a switch hitter. He puts his combinations together well. He favours a leg kick and then he brings it up. He mixes it up every now and he comes up with a high kick or some spinning shit. But you know, to be honest, I'd expect him to initiate the clinch. I expect him to try and wrestle. And that's what I expect. It's like he'll feel the speed and power, and I think he will try and initiate the clinch. And because it's on 3 weeks' notice, I think he'll probably he'll think that will wear me down. I've been training for weeks, you know.
I know a couple of weeks after the MVP fight, it certainly wasn't an excuse, but you said, look, you weren't 100% going in that fight, but it was an opportunity you couldn't turn down.
It's not an excuse, it's
reality.
It's reality. I felt, because I generate so much hype, so I felt that my friends and family deserved an explanation. It's not an excuse. I don't give a rat's arse. I'm not saying you said it. You know, dude, I know you're not in that business, but you get other people that say, "Oh, it's an excuse." What have you? Right? Well, that's for you. That's a fresh one for you. I don't give a rat's arse what you think. But my friends and family deserved an explanation as to, because that's not the fighter that they're accustomed to. You know, I was severely hindered in that in terms of my movement and in terms of my. You know, every time I moved, it was like getting tasered in the back, was there like into the arm. So look, that's why I gave him the reason. That pissed off Bellator, justifiably so, understandably so. Pissed off John Kavanagh. I was dishonest in the lead up to it because of the opportunity. I knew that John would have pulled it. I knew that Bellator would have pulled it. And MVP is a natural coward, and he wouldn't have taken the fight again. And that's why I went ahead with it.
So we've got a 100% fully fit Rich Kiley going in there looking for that win.
That's it. If George Hardwick beats me, he beats a 100% fully fit Richard Kiley, I'll shake his hand and I'll say, it's a miracle, George. It's a miracle. But no, it is 100% fully fit Richard Kiley, and you know, I think this is potentially fight tonight because his style is exciting, my style is exciting, and technically, I think we're probably two of the most technical fighters on that card. So I think this has the potential to be fight tonight.
That crowd as well. It was the first time I witnessed that atmosphere back in September. It's something that I don't think many fighters will experience unless they're in Dublin. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, of course. And that's like you see it now, like where everyone wants to come over here and fight. Everyone wants to come over here and fight. It used to be the American. Now everyone's there like, let's get over to Dublin. So look, it's a brilliant, and it's great that George is going to experience this because, like, although I don't visit the night in and well from, excuse me, sorry about that. Although I don't envisage the night in and well from, I think it is an experience that will that you will always carry with him, because although he's not going to be a hometown guy, he'll be embraced warmly, he'll be applauded. What the Irish do, they respect anyone that gets in there to fight, and so I think he'll enjoy the experience. Like I said, I think he's going to do very well in Bellator. So just not on Saturday.
And finally, can I get a prediction off you for the fight?
I said it to everyone here. None of my fights have gone the distance, and this one's not going to go either.
Rich,
it's just the way it is.
Thank you very much for your time, mate. Thank you.
Million, right?